Hello, let me introduce you to the Photography and Time-Based Media Learning Unit. So there's quite a few different photographers that I'm going to introduce you to. Maybe some of them you've heard of before, which would be awesome. One of them is Katherine Opie. This is a video of an interview where she talks about having the opportunity to photograph in Liz Taylor's home. It's about 5 minutes. I want you to watch that and learn more about her creative process. This is a video about Miley, a woman who has been documenting the military war exercises for many years now. So this is an interview with her that you'll want to click on and watch. She's one of the artists that we talk about in this learning unit. And so again, I want you to watch this video and get a sense of the creative process and the concepts that she's exploring, kind of combining the history of war and specifically in America to then how war is kind of an industrial mechanism in the current world and how that affects to her personal history. So it's a really good interview. Of course, these are the activities. So there's an overview that you should check out, download and review the reading, the weekly quiz, and the homework. Again, the date might be different for your class. I'm just making these generic video recordings. Here is the first lecture. So there's 3 lectures for this learning unit. The first one is the Early History and Formal Foundations of Photography. And I pulled out the required videos just so it's easier for you to access than having to go back into the PDF. So you'll want to watch these videos. It's a total of about 6 minutes. Different photographers from Edward Muybridge, who's a photographer that you'll be learning about, Julia Margaret Cameron, who's one of my favorite female photographers, one of the first female photographers who was really recognized for her ideas and her work after her death many years later. The second lecture is about form and content, color and digital photography. So again, I pulled out some of the required videos. I want you to watch this one about Henri Cartier-Bresson, who's famous for kind of coining this concept, the decisive moment. It's about 9 minutes. Another video where Miley talks about, again, like her concepts of her project, how she got access to being able to document these war exercises that the military performs. And then finally, Andrei Skursky, who's a really interesting contemporary German photographer who often really explores very specific types of compositional and design styles within his work and also has a really unique creative process. Lecture part 3 is film and fine art video. So I'll kind of introduce to you how video and fine art films and just the film industry has a big impact and how photography and time-based media really influence each other quite tremendously. So again, I've pulled out some of the required videos. There's one definitely learning about Orson Welles and his impact on the visual language of contemporary films is important. So there's a couple of videos where you'll learn more about him. Also kind of acknowledging the importance of Disney and how animation and the visual uniqueness to that process, and then also how that then also affects still photography. So you're going to want to check that out. And then finally an interview with another really amazing artist, Bill Viola, who uses video, a time-based media in his creative work. And then these are the lectures condensed on one page. Again, there's 3 lectures that you'll need to review and take in the information. Information will help you with the quiz as well that's due this week. A bunch of helpful links. Your first homework assignment, it's really important that you take time to review the PowerPoint with audio where I talk about what this assignment entails. I'm going to ask you to take a photograph. You can use your cell phone, that's fine. If you want to use a digital camera, that's also fine. But you're going to want to follow these prompts, and you're going to want to include the physical properties. So that's identifying the physical properties of the photographer and then also your own work. So be sure to review all the requirements and then keep me posted if you have any questions. But definitely listening to this PowerPoint will be really helpful in making sure that you meet all the requirements, the vocabulary, and the quiz. So that's this week's learning unit on photography and time-based media. I hope you enjoy the information and keep me posted with questions. Thanks.